think I'm in. Am I in?
Oh,
Yep.
I gotta accept the invite. I've been ignoring my screen.
Welcome to the world of global racing. Here, drivers enter a new, more challenging arena.
Oh, I gotta
against
watch
other
this thing
flesh and
too.
blood
I haven't
drivers,
played this online, I
all with
guess.
similar skill levels. This is
That's fair
also the
enough.
place to feel the excitement of competitive
there's fight
play
card tonight. I didn't
and
know that.
esports, and the satisfaction of besting your fellow competitors.
I used to be a professional cage fighter.
Nice.
Not really. Just talking absolute shit. Never happened. But I like watching it though. I did take karate for 9 years.
Nice. I'm not really a sports person. I used to play ice hockey when I was in my teens. But the only sport
It's
I've
probably
ever
a good time.
I was in the Pee-wees back then. But the only sport I've ever done as an adult is bodybuilding. I do really well at that.
Wow.
It's awesome. Still do that?
No. I stopped in 2013. I quit. I gave up. It's too mentally. It kills you mentally.
Bet.
Does it really? So that's your
Yeah,
excuse.
Now the real excuse was I had a controlling girlfriend who wouldn't let me go to the gym because there's women there. That was the reason I quit. Honest truth as well.
That's all right. We can all understand
It's
that.
always women's fault. I think we've learned that.
Not when you're
You know what I mean? Oh wait, we're streaming. Shit.
Oh, it's okay.
What you say, Lee?
Not when you're high talking.
No. With bodybuilding.
Oh,
Kimberly, the crazy one.
What kind of car do we want here? Are we all picking kind of the same car?
I'm gonna set some restrictions. Hang on.
Make
I
it
don't know where the
interesting.
fuck how to do this.
No, I never really got into bodybuilding. I do like to run. I've always wanted to build up to an ultra marathon. I'm nowhere near that, but I like the Spartan races and stuff like that, the mud runs.
Did you already set
Yeah.
the restrictions?
I'm just setting them now.
I have done anything, nothing athletic since high school. I played baseball and basketball and all that, you know, but since then, I'm just, no. I tried to, you
How
know,
old
I
are
used
you?
to play basketball every once in a while. 37.
You're same age as me, nearly. You're 1 year older than me.
Yeah.
I'm 35. See,
We're
whenever
all
I
roughly
turned
the same
30,
age.
my health really started declining.
Same
My health
here.
did. I had to start eating clean and running and doing yoga and stuff, or it was really getting away from me. Bad genetics or something.
Yeah, same here. I started 30. It's like I hit a wall.
Yep.
Let's see.
All right, see, this is kind of tricky. You gotta restrictions are about 450.
Hang on. It says it car division, but it's got like aerial, classic, street, muscle, early prototype races, luxury, early sport touring. That'll do.
You have too many followers, Mr. Tushy. I can't, I still can't find you. If for
It's
some reason it's not
probably-
popping up.
Yeah, my at wouldn't be a friendly pest. It just occurred to me. It's like EVG Grady or something like that. I have to look at it. It's a real old account that I just never.
Hang on.
It says at a friendly pest. There's an underscore in between friendly and pest.
Well,
That's the
okay,
problem.
that would be it.
Hang on. Nav, I'm going to send you a link to his account.
So are the restrictions in place here?
I got it now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Let's So at the moment, it's literally
You got
just early
the
sport
green
touring cars.
icon, right? For the Project X Cloud founding member.
Yeah. Yep.
Got ya. Just gave you a follow.
Right on, man. You fellow American, then?
Yep. What's the restriction?
None of us are smart enough to know how to do this.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's see.
Just give me
Why
one.
don't we
minute.
just pick a car and I'll use it? How's that sound?
Yeah, but the problem is if you've had a car like oh, I've only got one car, so Renault Alpine. Hang on, let me take the restriction off then, because they let me pick cars at the moment. Race setup.
I think just the class ought to be sufficient, like whatever class, letter, and number.
That's what I was hoping for, but it's not here. Oh, here we go. Advanced rules. Here we go.
You can filter by class if you hit
Yeah, I've got it
select
here.
your menu button.
Car class. Here we go. We'll go for A class. Anything A.
Right. Got it. It'll be easy.
Say anything A.
Yeah.
It's only letting me pick a Porsche.
Yeah, because it's all you've got. That's the only car you've got, so you need to rent a car.
I'll just drive the Porsche.
I've got it tonight. Goes back straight up.
I pressed it now. Hang on. Fuck's sake. Hang on.
Oh, they've got 8 cars.
Hang on.
Alright, here, good enough.
There we go.
Driver options, make sure my assists are off. Okay. Ready.
Right, let me just pick my car now, then we're done.
Oh. Okay, here we go.
Mind saying what state you're from, Mav?
No, I'm in the Dallas area in Texas. What about you?
Interesting. Indiana.
Indiana?
Yep.
Like Indianapolis area, or just out in the country, or?
Well, I'm not in Indianapolis, but I am in Indiana. I would say I'm near a smaller city than that.
Right on.
The world being the way it is, I hate to put any specific information out.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I was actually in Indiana. The reason I was asking, I was on a Greyhound bus. So back in the day, my wife is from Vermont, right? So we would always find a way to get there for Christmas, and we were younger and we didn't have much money. So one year, I had the brilliant idea of taking the bus from Texas to Vermont.
That sounds awful.
Oh, it was. It was awful every second of the way. And it wasn't just a straight trip there. No, we went all the way to the East Coast and
Jeez.
south before we even started going north. No sleep, really, the entire time for 3 days. Constant driving and waiting in bus stations. Loss of luggage. And when we were in Indianapolis, I had a bunch of strange people ask me if I could sell them drugs, which I did not have.
Yeah, that's a prerequisite to enter the state. You need to deal meth.
Yeah. They were asking for, hey, you got any ecstasy? I'm saying, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what makes you think that I would have that.
I don't know, man. Not a day goes by I don't see somebody stumble by all tweaking out. It's crazy.
It
Feel
was-
for them. There's nothing you can do for them. It's awful.
Yeah. It was outside of a White Castle in Indianapolis.
They're the worst.
It was funny.
Yes.
That is a badass car. Look at that thing.
Oh, what's that?
I have no idea. Yeah, I didn't think I picked it.
Oosh.
You can't see anything over these giant scoops.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, for some reason I have my car on auto. Boo.
No, the brakes are terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lee. Sorry, not sorry.
That's all professional drivers.
I heard a British guy cussing me out over there.
This thing is ridiculous. Why did I pick this car?
Hey, what's up, Marion? Oh no, I go and I look at my screen for the chat, and then I run into a tire wall. You know Marion, right, Mr. Tushy?
Oh my
Marion
god,
the
this
Mad?
thing's terrible.
Mr. Tushy's got the lead right now.
Never drive this thing I've got. You gotta be full on the brakes before the line even turns yellow to stand any chance.
Yep.
Yep.
Plan ahead.
Put it down, Dan.
Bad influence for drivers. Yeah, you are, man.
Oh, come on.
You're driving one of those little two-seater rocket cars, aren't you? Like
That's
a
awful.
Polaris or whatever they're called.
Definitely not one of those, but in concept. It's all motor, no brakes.
Hey, Marion, stay away from
Think
those.
like a regular Ferrari.
Stay away from those weirdos on the bus that ask you strange questions, my friend. I saw that tweet.
I'm letting down my entire state.
Shit.
Well, your state only knows how to go in. Well, the Indy, they got. You got some good tracks
Course
there. Yeah, you got a regular course. Got Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Just don't stop at the White Castle outside.
That's right.
White Castle. Ain't that in that another film movie?
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know White Castle over
Oh!
No.
It's like what I've never ever eaten at Taco. We didn't have like Taco Bells or anything.
Really?
No, never.
Had
Not
the
bad.
best.
How are things going for you, Marion?
Off the taco truck. It's in front. There's an old abandoned mall in my town. That's random taco truck set up in front of it. And I got a quesadilla off there, and it was the best Mexican food I've ever had. It occurred to me while I was eating it, like the world's kind of experiencing a food royale.
Yeah.
And my money's on Mexican.
Oh, we got good Mexican food here.
It's gonna be the last food standing. Dinner.
I can't say what the British are good for food wise.
Just crumpets.
Crumpets, beans on toast, Indian food.
I had beans on toast.
I'm not big on Indian food.
I've only had it once, but I thought
Yeah,
it was alright.
don't worry about that stuff, man.
Gives you the ring of death.
Gotta get a different car. This is
I got one more lap to catch up. Wait, I thought I had another lap. I was disqualified.
qualified somehow. What'd you
What?
do?
Oh, I got too much.
The rules.
I was too bad of a driver. I got disqualified
Hey?
for too much penalty time.
Hey, not last.
Wow.
I got 1 minute and 250 penalty time on me.
Maybe it's because I took too many shortcuts right there. I just kind of drove through the grass a lot.
Oh, I hate this car.
They don't like that.
So what was you saying about British drivers on the Xbox?
They're usually pretty good.
I don't like them.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man.
Let me get out of this Hot Wheel.
You're just starting
See
school
what's up.
too, right? So it's a lot.
Nearly
The
done.
streamers.
Yeah, I was talking
Yes.
to Marion the Mad.
Okay.
Shit. No.
Slow down.
Shoo.
Giant piece of crap.
Lee, can you tell I can feel the pressure of you behind me?
I'm in timeout, so I don't even know what's going on.
Reeling him in. That's what's going on.
I put me in front of the way down. I got penalty anyway, so.
It probably
I was
didn't like
wondering.
how I sent Lee flying into the rail at the beginning of the race, and then later on I was kind of trying to play catch up and taking shortcuts driving through the grass.
No!
Come on! Come on! Ah!
Oh my god. He was going down the straight and he was literally catching me and nearly took me then. Look at that. 6 minutes 41, 313. He was 391.
Best lap was in there. I was kind of getting the hang of it. We switched cars out here.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
We done
Liquid
one
fast,
that was really
man.
good once. We done the Nürburgring with Formula 1 cars. That was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we always clash on the first corner. I always clash on the second corner, didn't I?
Yeah.
Track so long.
Spin it. I was just
Where are all
stick
these
to classic then.
stupid menus? That car. I don't even know how I got this thing. I do not want this thing.
Where's Matt gone?
Is he not in here?
Huh?
Hold on.
Oh, I think I had to back out.
Yeah, just leave it on it. Hang on, I'll just invite back in. Invite party to game.
Am I still in, or do I need to accept that?
Nah, just leave it as you are.
Is there a setting we can make it to where it won't kick me for being a bad driver? I'm guessing not.
Well, me and Gal were doing like a classes with Gal.
Yeah.
Here's the American cars. Do this shit. And what could go wrong?
I don't know what to pick now.
Forza games have such underrated music.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree with that. Yeah, bro, it's free now. Definitely get it installed.
98 gigabytes too, on the X anyway.
How much?
It was 98 for me.
Wow. Alright, I'm ready.
Oh, do you want to change the track and keep that one again?
Didn't matter to me.
How is Need for Speed Heat? You like it?
Good. Oh yes.
You like it too, huh?
Yeah, one lap of Nürburgring. We'll do the full.
I'm good with
Whatever's
whatever.
good, man. I'm in.
Get dog here.
Oh, crud. That's a good one.
Get here now. Oh, fuck
This is a nice one, yeah. You're too full.
No, thanks for sharing that out, man. Oh, good.
No.
Yeah, I hope that Game Pass never goes away. It is constantly saving me money. And when Xbox bought ZeniMax, I just felt like they spent $7.5 billion to save me a few $100. Because now I don't have to buy Elder Scrolls 6. I don't have to buy Starfield. I don't have to buy any of those games. I get them for free. I won't say for free. I guess I do pay $15 a month, but it feels like it's for
You can
free.
get it for free.
Worth it. Totally worth it. I don't know if Game Pass ever goes away. I don't know what I'll do. Completely spoiled by it.
Yeah, and if you look at, like, I'm having a trouble with the PlayStation right now because I just look at the comparison of the money I'm gonna spend if I want to play those games on one platform versus the other. It's like it makes me feel like it's too expensive.
I'm not a hater. I don't waste energy hating things I'm not gonna buy. But when I see people like, here's what I just bought, the PS5 disc version and like 7 games, and I'm like, Christ, man. You know, I'd be destitute.
There's one thing, if you notice with everyone's pre-orders, you see, when everyone posts them online.
Yeah.
But when you see, like, when somebody's ordered a PlayStation 5, they've ordered the PlayStation and its controller, they've ordered like these games, they've got the headset, the camera, and so on. They've spent like, I don't know, $1,000, whatever. But then you see the people on the Xbox Series X order, they just ordered an Xbox and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Shows that-
Your controllers work, your headset works, your Game Pass transfers, ready to go. It's not even close, in my opinion. Like, I ain't mad at anybody for preferring a platform.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get it.
And our games are going to get better automatically. And that's not necessarily true with most of those backwards compatible games on PlayStation because they said select titles are going to be boosted. They did not say how many.
There's a lot of caveats, too.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's actually going to perform. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it just...
It's got to go into legacy mode, doesn't it, to actually run the games. So it downloads the console. You're not going to get any benefits unless it's manually boosted.
I think that text even indicated, like, hey, maybe don't buy the DLC until you see how well this runs.
Yeah, it worried me because there was, like, if you go to the forum, there was, like, 4 little sections, right? And they paid, so they said, hey, yeah, these 4,000 games are going to be available. Then it says, while many of the games are going to be available, some of them are not going to work properly. Yeah, y'all gotta hit X.
Waiting.
You gotta launch.
It says not all drivers are ready in the lobby.
Yeah, you have to hit the X button to ready.
There we go, started.
So it says that some titles aren't going to work properly, which the fact that they made it such a bold like statement right underneath the other one, like it's not even a little disclaimer. It like took up equal space, right? So
yeah, and props to them for being upfront about that.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that.
What the hell?
I'd rather know, you know.
My car's all jacked. How do I fix it?
Hang on, we're missing this. This one.
He's not. He's up front.
Oh no, we're missing Lee.
Car's messed up.
Yeah, I don't think Lee ever readied up.
Fix it?
Oh, so I'm sitting there waiting.
Alright, man. I tried bumping her up there. My car's got some jacked steering.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Marion, I don't know if you know God's Geeks. He was talking about that. He has his console on this little desk. He doesn't know how he's going to fit his PS5 and a Series X on it. It's going to be a problem because they're just too big. I'm going to have issues with finding space on some of my console TV stands and stuff.
Me too.
But it's a problem that's like it's a good problem to have. I'd rather them not have skimped on the consoles just to get them smaller, you know? Ah, jeez. Whoa. Good thing I was invisible.
Yeah, I'm alright with it. Gotta go into the pit lane because I got jacked there at the beginning of that last race. Oh my god, this takes forever. What have I done?
I wouldn't have gone in.
Oh, my car's steering was so messed up from the start of the last race, I had to. Pulling left there the whole time. Yeah, it feels completely different. You guys.
I was invisible.
That's so much better.
If you come back and win because you actually went to the pit, I'll have some
It's not gonna happen.
interesting
It's not gonna happen.
in a 3-lap race. That would be crazy.
There's definitely an error in judgment.
I don't know, I've been hitting some walls, so my car may not be in too hot in a little bit.
Thing
Did you
is,
see
I
that
didn't even
one?
hit Tushy that hard to jack my car bad.
Did you see the one I hit?
That's when I hit you and it screwed my car. I didn't hit you that hard.
I see you, Marion.
You guys not have like simulation damage on your collisions?
I think it's the race setting, like for the,
It should be on
the host.
cosmetic.
Mine's on simulation. So whenever I ran into you at the beginning of that race, man, it screwed me.
I don't know what, but Garage always reminds me of Forza Motorsport 5.
Dang it! I always hit that one.
It wasn't it like the trailer map?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great game. Played a lot of that. I used to race online in an IROC Z. It was one of my first YouTube videos I ever made. It was IROC and IROC Z.
I rock Z. Nice. I'll have to do that, Marion. I'll do that after this race. Yeah, I had friends that had that. It's was it a Z28? IROC, is that the same? That's pretty much the same thing,
It's
right?
not a Z28, but yeah, it's a Camaro. 80s Camaro. IROC and IROC Z had this intro. I live out other dreams and live the dream of any minimum wage food technician. Something like that's what I meant. I used to make racing videos in the IROC. I also used to do these zombie videos called Soft Jazz and Zombies.
Nice. Soft
It was
jazz
like
and
all
zombies.
soft jazz, real chill music, and I just bashed zombies in the Dead Rising games.
Right on.
Dead Rising 3 was also in that game.
Oh, it's awesome. Great game. Dead Rising 4 is one of my favorite games of the generation.
Yeah,
It's great too.
that's a franchise that could come back in a big way with next gen and the enemies on screen and stuff, you know. I think
Oh yeah.
I think they should have waited and not had the last one like at launch. Well, maybe not
I don't know.
that they
4
should have
was
waited. The problem is all of the launch Xbox One games, or the ones that came around like the first year or two, struggled just because of the negativity around the console at the time. So like a lot of them didn't sell, and they have like a misperception on the franchises because of that, and it kind of put a damper, like Sunset Overdrive, even Titanfall.
Quantum Break. Titanfall, yeah.
Yeah, all those games were actually
because they were
because they're Xbox One
They
games.
were great games. Love those games, all of them.
But you know they were, you know, it's not like they weren't trying to make great games. They had them. For some reason, they just had the negative perception of the Xbox at the time rubbed off onto the perception of the games and the review scores on the games from the media. And
Media's in PlayStation's pocket, always has been.
it's going to be changing, man.
I don't think so.
We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully, because I just want them to get a fair shake. You know, I don't want them to be darlings no matter what they do. Like Sony gets a free pass on everything, but I want them to get a fair shake.
A fine example would have been if The Last of Us 2 came out on the Xbox only, it'd be at about 65, 70.
Yeah, probably. I never played it, so it's really not fair for me to have an opinion on it, I guess. But yeah,
It's good games. My favourite game on the PS4,
is it?
Which game?
by far. Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet because I'm one of the weird people that for some reason just could not get into Last of Us 1. I don't know why.
That is super interesting, since you play on both. In your opinion, if that was an Xbox exclusive, that it would have been about a 65 or a 70.
In Last of Us, I just
What
wasn't
you
into the
said,
game.
Say again, sorry.
I said you play on both platforms, and you played all their games for each one. It's your opinion, The Last of Us 2 would have been about a 65 or a 70 if it was an Xbox exclusive.
My personal score was, I'm a huge Xbox fan, huge, but PlayStation, I hate the console, I hate the controller, but I love the games.
Sure.
But, like I scored for Gears 5, I scored at about 93 or 92.
I'd say that's pretty fair. It's a good game.
My best game on the Xbox is Forza Horizon 4. I scored that at 97. But on the PlayStation, I scored the best game on there, which was Last of Us, and I gave that a 97 as well. I really enjoyed that.
Maybe I would like The Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 1 I just couldn't get into. So that's kept me from buying it, you know.
That's the thing, I didn't even finish the first one. I didn't like it. It was too slow and boring.
Right, so you maybe had the same
second
issues
one was
I had.
faster than the first one.
It's more. I'd say it's more paced. It's a lot better.
It's probably more engaging, right?
It's more engaging. It's more gory. It's more. I don't know. It feels like they've gone one step further ahead of it, and I just love it how the story pissed everybody off. It just made my day listening to it.
Well, here's what I do with those games on the PlayStation. I have a PS4 Pro. I enjoy it. I play it, but I wait till those games go cheaper because they're single player experiences, right? And I don't feel like by waiting on them, I'm really missing out on anything like you do a multiplayer game, right? So now there are exceptions. Some games I'm just too excited about to wait, right? Like Ghost of Tsushima.
Sure.
But if I'm not like overly excited for this game and the only way to get it is to purchase it for $60, I'm gonna wait until it drops to about 40 or 30 or if it ever goes on sale, which all of those games do, right? And then I play them then.
Yeah, it's a great strategy if you don't have a Nintendo.
Yeah, if you don't have a Nintendo, their prices do not go down. Yeah, my favorite game on the PS4 Pro or the PlayStation this generation was Ghost of Tsushima, and my second favorite was Uncharted 4.
I love that game, Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4 was amazing. Loved it.
Yeah, I never got a PlayStation, but those do. I always thought those were good looking games.
I couldn't get into God of War either. I don't know why.
Really? I thought that looked pretty good.
Who's the fucking wide archer? It's gotta be low.
But when those are all getting, I'm hoping boost mode. So I'll try them again on the PS5. I did the same, Marion. I played it for about 3 hours and I just couldn't get into it.
I gave God of War 2 attempts and I did about 10 hours on the second day and I still couldn't get through. I posted online that I didn't like it and you got to see the fucking hate I got fucking loads of people unfollowed me and like, fucking hell.
I get that it's like a technically, you know, a really good, like, showing game. It looks great. It's just maybe not my style of gameplay. You know, I don't know what it is.
It's like, I absolutely loved Detroit Become Human. I loved
Me too.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Detroit Become Human was awesome.
Yeah, as well as Beyond Two Souls, that was brilliant as well. But then, like, I didn't like Last of Us, I didn't like Spider-Man, I didn't like God of War. And people hate that I have that opinion. I don't give a shit, man. I'm not agreeing with someone just to make them feel happy.
There's a lot of Xbox exclusives or game. Sorry, guys. I keep bumping into everybody. That I really wasn't a huge fan of. Also, you know.
See, then I ended up really liking a lot of games in 2008. I thought Crackdown 3 was awesome.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, Crackdown 3 is underrated.
Sorry, Lane.
Marion says Detroit was like younger brother of Cyberpunk. Prove me wrong. Detroit Become Human is, I would say, a different style of game, but aesthetically, it has a lot of similarities for sure.
You guys are excited for Cyberpunk?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like the only guy I know that's kind of on the fence.
Really? Is it just
It's the genre, cyberpunk on its own. You know, I'm just
I can see that.
It's like I skipped Deus Ex. You know what I mean? I really, damn it, man. I really like Witcher 3. One of my favorite games of the generation. Probably my number 2 game of the generation.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard not to trust CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, it's
probably Red Dead 2. I love that game.
See, Red Dead 2 is an example of a game that I had trouble getting into at first. Now, the first game I thought was like, it's in my top 10 list of all time. Red Dead Redemption 1. Now, Red Dead Redemption 2, I had trouble actually getting into it. Maybe because at the time I was busy and I could only play for short periods of time, you know?
I also think it's a slower starter.
The controls are like overwhelming at first to really get used to. And I found myself getting frustrated because I'd play for like 30 minutes and then accidentally punch a guy or something like that, right? Or accidentally fire my gun. And then I just screw up.
You knocked me off the track.
Screw up everything I was trying to do,
Yeah,
right?
accidentally knocked me off the track too.
Just like, yeah. No, that's my bumper car strategy to Forza.
Yeah, this is
It's making me nervous.
Now, this is a true story regarding me and PlayStation. Back in, was it 1995, 96, around there, my dad asked me when I was a teenager at the time. He goes, right, we're going to get you a new console for Christmas. Do you want the N64 or the PlayStation? But my friend had the PlayStation. I hated the controller. It was just felt, I just didn't like it. So I got the N64 route, but then the PlayStation 2 came and I thought, man, let's get the same controller again. And then the PlayStation 3 came out, it's the same again, and the 4 was pretty much the same again. So I mean, but my first PlayStation I ever bought was a PS4 at launch. But I bought an Xbox One and PS4 at launch. I'll always be an Xbox guy anyway. But I could only get the Xbox One with FIFA 14. I don't play football games. And I got the PlayStation 4 with FIFA 14 as well. So the way I felt when the PlayStation came, set it up and that, and I had FIFA, and then I don't even want to play that game. But I went on the store and it kept crashing and resetting back to the home screen again. So I couldn't even look at to buy any games except I prefer downloads over physical. I'm currently like 700 physical at the moment on Xbox, so sorry, digital, sorry, not physical. But actually, when there was an actual update, it actually worked. I just felt like I couldn't justify paying like 50 quid for example, Battlefield 4 when all my friends were on the Xbox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I couldn't even justify spending money on the console to buy it. So in the end, my ex at the time, crazy one, she was a big PlayStation fan and I was an Xbox fan. But what I noticed was I went on the Xbox app on the phone and I realised that I'd only been on Dead Rising for about 2 or 3 hours. But I noticed on my app it said I'd been like 85 hours or something. And what I realised my ex had been on the Xbox while I was at work. But she was like always bashing Xbox, hating it, she wouldn't touch it. But she would keep playing it while I was at work and stuff. But anyway, she bought a few games for the PlayStation, but she never played it, just collected dust, so we got rid of it. And I thought I'd just get one later on when some good games come out. So I bought a PS4 Pro in 2000 or early 2019. But it's alright.
Lee and we were going back and forth there. He kept it so clean too. At any point he could have bumped me into a wall and took it, so hats off to him. All stressed out.
Yeah, I mean, before I was an Xbox gamer, I was a PlayStation gamer, right? I went from, I've had a lot of consoles, right? So I try to get everything usually because I just love video games, and then so I was primarily playing PlayStation 1, and then I was primarily playing PlayStation 2, and then I didn't get an Xbox when the Xbox came out, but my friends showed me Halo.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? You know, like, this is real? And so I got an Xbox, and then we started doing like LAN parties and stuff like that, you know, and I was just hooked on Halo and hooked on then Xbox Live came out and Halo 2, right? And there was nothing like that on PlayStation at the time.
No.
It didn't exist, you know? So from that point on, I had been primarily Xbox, and that whole original Xbox and then 360 to PS3, if you really compare what PS3 had compared to Xbox, like PS3 didn't even have party chat, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah, not until late, right?
Right, for almost the entire time. So I was playing, you know, with.
Why did it? It's just like a list, wasn't it?
Hey, Unknown, how's it going, man? Yeah, I was playing like with huge groups of people, like all the time, constantly. Halo 3, Halo 4, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, you know, all the racing games, you know, everything was just this huge online multiplayer community. And then when I went and played on PlayStation, I was playing these single-player focused games, right? So, but as an everyday gamer, I don't play those same single-player games over and over again. I play these online games, right? So, the Xbox just became my home, right? Like, if I sit in front of a TV, I turn on an Xbox. I don't turn on a PlayStation. I go turn on a PlayStation if I'm looking to play something specific.
Yeah.
So
I started out on Atari when I was little, right?
Yeah. And television here, you know. What's going on, Ragnar?
And when it came time to get either a 64 or a PS1, I had a buddy who was a big PlayStation fanboy. and he talked me into getting a PlayStation, even though I knew GoldenEye was a thing.
We are
I'll see you later.
Right?
Take it easy, Lee.
Anyway,
hopefully you feel
he
better
talked me
unknown.
into getting the PlayStation, and it was absolutely biggest mistake console choice I ever made. I hated the PS1, and I know there were some good games on it. There was one at a tower, and you collected these things
Right
and
on.
upgraded your town, and that was pretty cool. But overall, man, I was so disappointed. And then I did get a PS3 at some point, but I also really didn't care for that. And I just skipped the 4 this time, and it turns out the 4 would have been the one to get.
Well, PS4 is way better than PS3. If you really think back to like when PS3 came out, it had the same problem that Xbox One had at launch. All the exclusives were getting kind of like crapped on, right? It had Resistance.
Man,
Like Resistance was like one of their best games that they were touting, and it didn't get very good scores, right?
Resistance Haze.
Same thing with Killzone. So
The only thing that pisses me off with PlayStation is the little minor details, the little policies they have.
yeah,
They're the main things that, oh shit, fuck. It's like, for example, a simple thing like, for example, on Xbox, one game is one screen and that's it, and it just auto-adjusts to whatever console you're on and whatever console you're on and whatever, if you're digital or physical.
Okay.
But on PlayStation, there's actually 4.
and not bad, Ragnar. How are you doing,
Hi.
man?
For example, I had Spider-Man on the disc, but I thought to myself, because I got it with the PlayStation, I thought, I know this is meant to be a really good game, I'll buy it on digital because I'm on for digital stuff. So I got rid of the disc and bought it on digital. But when I bought the license like you would on Xbox, when I went to start it, it says you need to install it. And it's there, but it says you can't play a game if you bought the license digital. You have to uninstall it and install it.
Okay, bro.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that PlayStation, the cloud saves. You have to like go and do it manually also.
Yeah, you know, for example, that's one of the other complaints is on Xbox. If you save your game, automatic, even if you're on silver, Xbox Live Silver, it still goes to the cloud. You never lose your saves, no issues. On PlayStation, you have to do it manually online. But if, say for example, if you cancel your PS Plus subscription, you lose your cloud saves instantly. The same on the cloud, but they're locked behind a paywall. So basically, say if you cancelled your PSN for the PlayStation Plus for a few months, you'd lose all your game saves. You'd have to start with your games again.
Yeah, that's like
I didn't know that. That's wild.
And
Yeah.
this is what all the extreme ponies online don't talk about. It's all hush hush. And say for example, if you don't have PS Plus for the cut-off point 6 months. So after 6 months, if you have no PS Plus subscription, your saves are automatically deleted. You lose everything.
wow. So the crazy thing is, some of these guys that were testing the Xbox, I think it was Jeff Grubb. One of them went and loaded up a save file from a game they haven't played in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was still there. It said it was a 360 game, and he said it took a little bit longer to get the save, but it still loaded. It still came to him 10 years later, the same save file.
I don't know if it's just the people I follow or the people I interact with, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, right? 'Cause I could be off here. But it seems like the Xbox guys to me, like if Xbox does something stupid, the Xbox guys ask for better.
Yep.
And the extreme ponies will just eat shit and smile and say it's the best thing there ever was.
The way it seems.
If I'm wrong, I apologize. But that's what I see. And I don't understand
Yeah.
that. Why would Sony has no motivation to do any better?
Thanks.
These guys are just going to buy anything. It's whenever they thought when they thought Spider-Man was going to be 30 FPS, articles were coming out saying why that was better than 60.
Right. It's more filmic. Yeah.
It's like why that's a good thing? Why that's genius? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You know, be consistent.
It does seem that
I
way.
don't care either way. Like I don't waste energy hating on things I'm not going to buy. I don't care. Do you? But I don't understand these guys.
What it seems to me is a lot of the Xbox guys maybe are more experienced. This is going to come across really bad. If anybody sees this video from the other side, they're going to kill me. But I got to say it. So, the Xbox gamers seem like more experienced, maybe more older gamers, for the most part, that have played a lot more games and own more systems. And have a preferred platform based on experience. And it seems like a lot of the guys that are just so diehard on PlayStation and hate everything have never actually owned an Xbox.
Nope. That's could be.
And they're just trying to tout what they got, right? Like if let's say I had a choice between two fighting games when I was a kid, and I had to choose between Street Fighter and Tekken, right? And I chose Tekken, but I ended up hating it. My friends got Street Fighter. I would try and say, oh, I love Tekken, it's amazing, and Street Fighter sucks, just because I made that poor choice for myself.
Yeah.
What's up, Fugly? Hey, Fugly, Mr. Tushy says you need to go eat a crumpet.
But there's loads of little funny policies with them regarding their system and stuff, you know. Regarding like the saves and like
A crumpet?
what was it?
He said eat what?
Do you game share at the moment with anybody?
Me?
Either of you?
So I have 7 Xboxes in my house.
Lord Jesus.
So I have the one in my living room has game. I have that set up as my home Xbox, so that my daughter can play everything that I own, and I don't have to buy her games separately from what I purchased. Right? So technically, yes, but it's within my own household.
I guess I'm on the same page then. I game share with my wife. And she's recently just got into games. In the last couple years, started her out on like Stardew Valley and built up from there. And I'm pretty proud. Last week she beat Witcher 3. So somebody that's gone from never playing any games to completing what I think is one of the more complicated games. Be proud of her.
It's awesome.
Because like, you know, when you game share, say for example, if your wife buys a game, it comes up in your library, doesn't it, at the top? So you can
I don't think it's ever went that
download it.
direction, so I don't know. It's always me.
But you know what I mean, how it works. It is, like me and Lee, we game share. I buy 2 games and he buys 2 games. That's how we do it. And we just keep
Right
going
on.
like that all the time. And we've got a good system going. He's an actual family member of mine. And
Hey, take it easy,
It's like when
Ragnar.
you-
Thanks for stopping by, man.
because on the Xbox, listen, if he buys the game, it comes up on my library. You just click it and download it, or automatically download it. But the way you game share on PlayStation, it's exactly the same way it's set up like in the home console stuff. But say for example, if you and me were game sharing, if I wanted to download one of your
Right.
games that, if I wanted to download the game that you just brought, I would have to log out of my profile, even though we're doing the game share where it's all linked. I'd have to log out of my profile, log in with yours, but when I log in with yours, it logs you out. Then I have to go onto your game list, click on the games I want to download, and then log back out and log it back in my own account.
Yeah,
I think that's actually the way it works on the Xbox with Game Pass titles. Because like if I download some Game Pass titles into my wife's console, I think I have to log in as me, but I'm not 100%. You'd be wrong on that. I probably should say that.
With Game Pass is the same as owning games. Like if you're like if I'm offline or if I'm playing upstairs and my daughter plays, she can play the Game Pass games.
when you first install it, do you have to log in with your profile to do that, or can she do that?
I think she can
She
do
should
that.
be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. I think I tested it a while ago because I was curious about Sea of Thieves, and she wanted to play Sea of Thieves, so we tested it.
Oh,
But I already had played Sea of Thieves before on my account, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
I don't know. Played so much of that game.
but that was one thing that we discovered when Lee's got a PlayStation, because he's a big Xbox fan. I finally convinced him to buy a PlayStation to try these games that he's never experienced. So he bought a PlayStation in, I think it was July this year. He bought one, he sold it about 3 weeks ago. So he just sits there collecting dust, so they ain't got time to play it.
That's another thing. You know, you've only got so much free time. You got to decide what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
I find it fascinating that we're a month till the console, the PS5, is going to come out, and we still haven't seen how the operation of it is actually going to be taking place. You know what I mean? There's no UI video of anything running from the system. Usually this is stuff that they go over with at E3. You know.
Do you know what? I think that's a good idea what they've done. Anyway.
Just kind of hide it.
VJ. You know VJ?
Marion fell asleep on the keyboard. Yeah, VJ.
We were talking about it. Yeah, we were talking about it. He told me about this, and I actually agree with what he's saying though. Because he was saying that it's kind of like what it's going to be is you're going to get the PlayStation on day one, and you're going to turn it on, and everything's going to be completely like a brand new console. You're not going to know anything until you buy it, basically.
Right.
I'd rather know. Personally, I'd rather know. Yeah. I know that the Series X is just going to plug it in, and I know where everything is. So I ain't going to have any stress and nothing.
I think they're still going to show us.
A little bit.
I think they're still going to show us before launch.
Do you think it's... I mean, I haven't looked back at the timelines when stuff was shown beforehand, and I know with E3 things are different, but do you think it's just kind of the year of the pandemic and lockdowns, and people are bored and online more? Do you feel like it's taking longer to get information, or do you think they're really holding information out for a little longer?
They are holding out information more than normal. Oh shit, I fucked up.
Good. I need you to crash a lot. My car is so underpowered for these straightaways. You guys just blew my doors up. I didn't think I had doors.
I think they're both relishing on the fact that they keep getting all these constant stream of talk by releasing little bits of information at a time.
Yeah, it's like having a whole year's worth of engagement.
There's not much else going on to distract people from this news. You know what I mean? So they kind of have a lot of people's attention, and it's allowing them to just release information on their timeline without having to worry about when the opportunities are available for them to do it. So you have what used to be like a week's worth of news divided into 2 months, right? Oh no.
I'll just review everything on the one day. That'll be better for me.
Yeah. I
can rewatch it all year round.
Oh yeah. I'm curious how
E3
this...
for me was like a Super Bowl event. You know,
oh yeah.
You had snacks and beer and kick back and watch it. I just loved it. You know, I made an event out of it every year. And without it, you know, the conferences have been okay, but they're not the same.
Yeah, I really can't wait till a regular big ol' E3 happens again. And I'm hoping at some point maybe my channel will take off or something and I will get invited. That's the whole purpose behind all of this, is just to go to E3 one year.
It's on my bucket list.
Oh, me too.
I've kind of suspended making videos on my channel. Too reasonable. I refuse to do the clickbait stuff. You know what I mean? And it's to my detriment, because it's people want that stuff. So I don't know. Couldn't hack it.
I think it's
Get back
maybe.
into making videos at some point because they're kind of therapeutic for me. I enjoy making.
Yeah, that's why I do it. The whole E3 thing is a joke. It's fun for a hobby, you know, for me to do it on the side.
I don't know. I think it'd be amazing to go. You know what I mean?
Oh,
This is what we do, right? We're super video game fans.
Oh
Going to
yeah,
E3,
heck
it's
yeah.
incredible.
If I ever get invited, I will 100%
Glad I
be
decided
videoing
to
the entire
participate in
experience.
the Twitter game community a little more. This has been a good night. Something different. Been too much time inside my own head.
100%.
I'm doing it with some really good people. I've never had a negative person on, never. It's always been someone always positive.
No, Mary needs to stay away. It's a weekend.
Any fallouts. So, we have some really good successful ones. And some of them are a
He
bit
needs to
quieter
finish his
today.
Avatar
So
tweet.
let's have a good time.
He seems pretty
Got
quiet.
plenty of time to go to bed early on the
Yeah,
weeknight.
he's deaf as well, you know. That's why you can struggle to hear him.
He's actually
Read
deaf?
them all.
He's not 100% deaf, he's like 95%. It's like you can just hear. But with his hearing aids on, you can just hear, but he has to have the, he uses a connector for a microphone. And he has to have the TV pretty much on full blast, and have our voices coming through the TV to be able to hear it. I let him have a go on my Stead 600 headphones, and he put it on. He couldn't even hear it. Really?
No,
It just
no.
sounded like someone's. Oh no, he fucked up on the.
Come on. Oh my gosh. Dang it.
Come on.
That's been the case for me too, mostly. I can't say that I've never had a bad experience because I have. But for the most part, most of the people you run into around here are pretty cool. You can tell when they're not going to be. You can see by the way they're posting on Twitter and kind of unfollow them. It's like,
I find it interesting that just the people that are really strange, that kind of say weird things, that kind of catch you off guard. You know? Like, I had a guy pop in one of my streams and just start saying this weird, like, satanic type stuff, you know?
It's like
Go ahead.
like if I post something on Twitter, right, this one guy will never post it, will never comment on anything. If I say absolutely anything negative on PlayStation, he has to comment every time. And he always has to, you bastard. And he'll keep going until he just wins the argument. So, for example, his name's John Diddler or something like that. And anyway, we follow each other. We can get on alright, but he just has to comment and stick his nose into anything that's to do with PlayStation.
Yeah, I think I have one of those.
And all the message was, it was, no, what was it now? My mind's done that blank thing.
oh, good.
Oh, that was it. Backwards compatibility. He goes, he made a comment or something like, I don't know why people praise Xbox for backwards compatibility, because it doesn't work anyway. Not all of the games are available. He goes, no, they're not. He goes, I said, so I mentioned that I said that all the games I bought on 360 and so on, I can still play them with instruments. And he goes, well, I've got a game I can't play no more. And he goes, well, what? I asked him what game it was. He said he had a, and he wrote down a name, I can't remember the name of it. But when I looked it up and Googled it, it was a game that came out in 2002 on the OG Xbox, which I've never even heard of. It's like a card. Oh, not again. It's like a card game or something, like Wizards and stuff. But it's like a complete random game he's picked from the OG Xbox that isn't back about it. And he's on about he had it on disc.
Yeah.
Does for down. He's just kicking off the fuss for no reason. And once you challenge him, he shuts up.
And that's the thing. Still, we had some backwards compatibility. We had no backwards compatibility, so it was great.
That's
you know,
right.
I got to play through all 3 Mass Effect games. First time ever. I'd never played them before. Played through Red Dead 1 again. You know, I played through all the paper games again.
Oh,
My
no.
Xbox One, and in most cases, if it didn't perform better, I thought it was awesome. It wasn't perfect, and there wasn't all the games there, but it's undoubtedly better than not having backwards compatibility. Didn't understand the argument. Well, I didn't buy a new system to play old games. Well, these are still great games.
Yeah, it's
Own
like,
them, why not?
The first game I'm trying on the Series X, I'm going to play Forza Motorsport. That's the first game I'm going to try.
I decided that. I've been thinking about that a little bit, because I don't know if I'm going to get Valhalla or Legion on day one. I don't want to play them.
What is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Are my tires going? Are my tires bad now?
I'm glad you felt sorry for me and let me have the pass. Thanks, Matt. Pass me back, okay? This stupid car.
I'm coming for you.
On that short track, I killed you guys. It was amazing. And on these freaking long stretches, this thing sucks. Still love the way it drives, though.
I will, hey, just let y'all know that second half and the last lap, all rules are off.
You have rules to begin with.
Oh yeah, my tires are like gone. I can't brake.
Started playing Red Dead 2 again the other day. Started another playthrough just for the heck of it. That game, the writing in it, man, I don't know. I'm liking it even more second time than first time.
That's so good.
That's a good game.
I've still not completed it yet.
Finished the main plot. I don't think I did everything there was to do sidewise. I'm wanting to go back to it. Maybe that's the one I'll play first when the Series X comes out. Shame it doesn't have an unlocked frame rate mode. They'll patch it. If Infinite was still coming out day one, that would have been my game. No question.
Oh my yeah.
That's the year.
Could y'all imagine the hype and excitement if Halo Infinite was still being released at launch?
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be crazy. Tyson, I was in the party chat on here while he was watching the stream, and the guy was watching me, and he was in tears the whole time, crying because all these games were coming out. And he was like, "Oh my god!" Like one game he's been desperate for was that is it Dragon Quest or something?
Yeah, Dragon Quest
Japanese
11.
game.
Yeah.
He's sitting there. You heard him on the film. It's like, you know, like when men aren't usually good about emotions, are they, and stuff. He's crying his eyes out in the chat. He's absolutely loving it. Then Halo came out. I was buzzing. I loved the look of Halo. But I didn't look too close. Like, you know, like how everyone was like, pause the frames and looking at the textures and stuff. And
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. I just all I seen was Halo open world. Things is a pace bit upgradable. They didn't upgrade his arm or whatever. And also it was open world with a grappling hook as well. It was fucking win-win in my eyes.
Oh,
And
it was great to me.
A step further.
So also, here's the thing. If you go and pick, okay, this is a technique that developers use, and you can't tell me you haven't noticed this before. If you zoom in game, or in a photo mode or whatever on a character's face, you'll see some of the texture kind of gets higher quality.
Oh yeah.
Right? Now, if I just take a screenshot of a random character that's just a guy that's there just to beat up on and kill. He's not like in the part of the story. He's not going to have any close-ups ever. He's just a random enemy as part of the mob. And you take a screenshot of a split second and zoom in on that character's face. No matter what game it is usually not going to look very good. Right?
It's true.
And
you can do that for any game.
yes, and the fact that they blew that up about that character was just hilarious to make this big thing about that. Right. Now, it's funny, but to people that make it think that it's some kind of issue is different. Now, they went into detail about lighting and all that kind of stuff, how that's more of what the actual issues were. But the... regardless of what... I don't think any of that talk is actually what caused the delay. They wouldn't let that happen. I think there was actually serious things with the game just not being finished, right? To me, like the texture pop-in and all that stuff was more concerning, right? For like the...
It's hard to say because that was such a long sightline.
It was.
How much of that can be improved, we'll see.
But, you know, I think whenever they bring it back out, it's obviously they're going to make some changes, but I don't anticipate random enemies having super high detailed faces because that's a waste of resources.
Also, did you know, if you're anywhere on the map on Forza Horizon, if you zoom in the mountains, if you proper zoom right in, it looks like Play-Doh rocks just sitting on the mountain.
Sure.
It doesn't.
That's
Doesn't
not
need
what
to
games
render
look
them
like when you're
details.
replaying them. You know what I mean? When you're playing a game, it's got to look good in motion, and I thought Halo Infinite looked good in motion.
Yeah.
And I agree. It goes to Tsushima, you know, and I didn't play it, but I can see from the screenshots that's probably one of the better looking games that came out this entire generation. And before it came out, guys were doing the same trick with the screenshots and the zooming in. Look how bad this looks. And that game doesn't look bad.
No.
It's just fanboys, which was I had a beef with Digital Foundry earlier in the generation. The way they break stuff down and then people used it for ammo.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the value of the analysis. But they're seeing a side of the game I'll never see. I'll feel a performance dip. You know what I mean? I can tell that these trees in this are going to look better next gen. And they, you know, if you break it down and zoom in on those, I'm not blind to details. But sorry, man.
Oh, you're right. I've done worse.
Yeah. Shit. You know, I like watching the. Yeah, there you go. Fucker.
Got my four-wheel drive.
It got me back times 10. I don't know. I just like playing the games. I don't sweat the details that much. And if it looks good to me, it looks good to me.
Yeah.
I need Digital Foundry to tell me whether a game looks good or doesn't look good. Still think it's cool to see that sort of thing.
I like the direct comparison analysis more. Like if you're, okay, this is how like the frames per second is on this version versus this, you know, or like, hey, this is missing this kind of shadow detail and this version versus this one, right? Or this one runs at 900p versus this one running at 1080p. I think that's can be valuable information, right? But to say something is not going to be enjoyable just because of that would be a bad take, you know.
Take for example that Unity build running on a disc.
Yeah.
The Series X demos on. That's 900p.
Yep.
It's got like 16x anisotropic filtering or however you say it. I thought it looked really good in that video.
Because resolution
Amazing
isn't.
what the upscaling does.
It's more about texture detail in these games than it is actually resolution as far as how a game's gonna look.
I was one of those guys early in the generation that was saying, well, there's not that big a difference between 720 and 1080. I wish I could have those words back because looking at stuff and feeling it more, you know,
Yeah.
I've come around on it and changed my mind. But, I think
Nice.
upscaling is pretty good. I can tell a big difference between my regular Xbox One and my One S just because of the upscaling it did in my 4K TV. Man, this is really nice.
Yeah, I like.
It's a nice upgrade with it. When you upgrade to the 4K TV, it's nice, isn't it?
Wow, it's beautiful. I need to get one that'll do 120 hertz 9
Yeah, that's my
Mine
problem.
is 60.
And
The
I
thing is
looked
that-
online. That CX
Yeah.
LG, that thing's like $2,000.
The way
That
I
Mr.
see it,
Tushy money.
the way I see it is, I would rather just like I've got a 4K 60 TV now, HDR10 TV, but it cost me 1,600 quid about 2 years ago. But then I don't see the point. Well, I want to get a new TV, so I want to experience the 120 frames. But part of me feels like is there any point because the game running at 4K 60 is going to be beautiful in my eyes.
Oh yeah, true.
And
Diminishing
we-
returns.
I want to
really
experience
think
it just to be able to see, you know what I mean? But that's it. I want to know, hey, is this a big difference? Like, how does it change the way the game feels? I have one TV in my house that can do that, but it's not where I normally play games.
I'm not wealthy, you know what I mean? I'm just a guy that goes to work every day and pays my bills.
Same
The
here.
Man Cave project is being about double what I expected it to cost. It's just not my budget for me to get a new TV this year, so 4K 60 is probably going to have to do first. And they come down.
That'll be
4K TV now versus just even 3 years ago, and it's a huge difference. So.
it'll become more of a standard, you know what I mean? So
And I'm hesitant to buy one of the more budget ones because you can get a budget one for around $1,000 to do it, but then like the local dimming's not as good. Man, I don't want that.
My experience regarding stuff in life, if you want the decent TV with the bells and whistles, you might as well just get the big one.
You always feel like you're missing out if you go low.
It's like, for example, I have one of my friends at work, he was showing me his, when I was around here, he showed me his TV board. And he said it was a 4K one, but it didn't look like as sharp as what you'd expect, if you know what I mean. But he said it was only like a 40-inch one, it was only something like 300 quid or something like that.
the Crew 2 going to 3 years? What are you talking about? I may have missed some news.
My little sister's on her way to my house. She wants to see my project progress, so I might have to bail after the next race or so.
Right on, man.
I'm gonna bail after this race. It's like 1:15 in the morning now.
Crew 2 going on to 3 years.
It's been a good time though. I'd like to come to these more often.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. The one thing I like about these though is that people just come over, they just chill, and everyone gets to know each other.
Yeah.
And it's like for example, a few weeks ago we had Xbox Playpan. I was on Titanfall with him for about 5 hours. And he was drinking whiskey and stuff while he was on the playing. And he was letting out all the secrets of all his stuff. He's been getting out the stuff. I was like, shh. It's streaming on.
That's awesome.
It's streaming on Twitch and everything. And
That's awesome. I would have enjoyed talking to him. His art's crazy.
yeah, he's a good guy. He loves his. Do you want to do that track again?
Yeah, whatever.
Switch it up. No, switch it up, Fishy. No. Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Cool.
Sorry. Because usually Xbox 448 he pops in as well to have a chat as well. He doesn't play the games, but he comes in the chat and has a good natter of everyone.
I definitely want to get more involved in the community.
It's good fun. It's I like it because I've met so many like decent people and stuff. And so I've recently started podcasting as well, which I've enjoyed.
Oh yeah, Steps Cast.
Yeah, as one we still the midweek gaming one.
So you're gonna be hosting it. You're gonna be hosting those on your channel now.
Yeah, I've got 16 subscribers. Ah shit! Every fucking lap.
Yeah, that's gonna go up for Stubbs Cast though.
Yeah, it's just why Stubbs is in hospital at the moment. He's like,
Yeah.
How long is he going to be laid up? Fell down, right?
yeah, he twisted his ankle in some of his customer's garden when he was at work. He twisted his ankle and when he fell, his knee just basically burst into bits, I think, or something.
Pretty good.
There's
I
only two of us in
haven't
this
met
race.
him yet.
He comes on the game nights,
Follow
well, he
him.
does. He's a good guy.
I was supposed to be on that podcast on the end of this month, I think. So we'll see if he's back by then.
It seems like you guys got no shortage of guests, but if you do have an open hole one night, you need somebody to tag in. I wouldn't mind participating. No pressure,
Yeah,
it's all good.
Just like we were all new then, look, we put it, I tweeted it out like, the interest of us. We had fucking loads of people wanting to come on and stuff. Because I said to Stubbs, it's like, one way to get people engaged is like, get the people who are listening, who enjoy listening, so get them on the show to talk their own opinions and stuff. Because like, sometimes you feel like it's just the same people over and you don't hear no new opinions of. Because some of them are boring. They all just agree with each other, and that's it. It's just.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's why I like VJ, because he's like completely different. He thinks about things in a way that none of us do, you know, because he's thinking of it like analytically from like a business perspective and stuff, you know.
I speak to VJ on the phone daily, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we quite close to VJ. We get on really well.
That's cool, man. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Two of my favorite guys that are on podcast are him and Archimedes. So I'm itching at some point to be in a podcast with both of them at the same time.
Is it just me, or like the vast majority of like the big professional podcasts is just awful?
It gets boring.
See,
I used to really like the Game Informer podcast.
Yeah.
Andy Mack was hosting it, or Ben Hansen. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Even, you know, they leaned towards Sony, but it was still a really fun show.
Oh, tushy. Ouch.
Ouch.
It seems like lately, I don't know, the magic's kind of gone out of that, and I think Unlocked has been uninteresting for a very long time.
I don't even watch that one.
See, the interesting thing is, okay, so I didn't know about any of these YouTube, Xbox community, video game community podcasts besides the big ones, right? And until I made my own podcast and I created my Twitter account to like start promoting it and talking about it. And then I discovered all these guys. And as like this, I mean, I've always been a gamer, but I just didn't really engage with any other ones on Twitter, you know? So I created that account and discovered all these podcasts that exist. Like, I had no idea, right? And they're all awesome, right? But I still enjoyed all the other big podcasts. Like, I listen to Podcast Unlock. I listen to Game Scoop. Game Scoop is really fun because they do the 20 questions at the end, you know? And that I always enjoy that, trying to figure out what the game is, you know? And all that stuff. So I just recently, like, in fact, I didn't, you know, GBTV Nation with Wilmy Hood and those guys. He invited me to be on the show, and I didn't even know what it was. It was the first time I had ever heard of that podcast, and I thought it was awesome. And since then, I've done like played games with some of those guys and stuff like that, and they're really cool. And then so them, you know, RDX. You got Green Pass Gaming, was just started recently, which is awesome, and they started around the same time.
I think Wilmy Hood is like super underrated member of the gaming community.
Oh yeah, and I'm learning about all these guys.
He's very entertaining.
I'm on Gaming Beyond the Box on the 11th of November.
Will you? Nice. Have fun. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, Miriam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun group. I like those guys.
Yeah, they
You
do.
know, I guess one
they-
last complaint on Unlock. What's it take to get those guys excited? It doesn't matter how big the news is. They're always kind of looking at the negative side of it. Like, man, lighten up, have a good time.
Yeah. But a lot of people criticize like some of the people in the media just because they do have somewhat of an opinion or bias. Now, for me personally, like take Jeff Keighley for example. I have hit my issues with him too. However, like he can't help the fact that he likes PlayStation more than Xbox. The fault is on the people that hire him to do shows for something that he can't show excitement for, right? So,
True.
like Ryan McCaffrey, you can't tell me the guy's not an Xbox fan. Like this dude has been an Xbox fan forever. Since I've been listening, he's been on, Xbox OXM and all that stuff. Now he may be negative sometimes, or change his mind and change. Like he got attacked recently on Twitter because of.
I saw that. Yeah.
On 2014 he said something, and then now in 2020 he says something that's contradictory. Dude, I say stuff that's contradictory to stuff I said yesterday, just because I completely forget what I said yesterday. You know what I mean? So,
Like, we're all allowed to change our minds on things.
Exactly. You
I
can't.
hate to bail on you guys, especially midpoint, but my family's just arrived.
Oh, you're cool, man.
It was good to meet you guys. Look forward to seeing you online again, and I gotta run.
Take it easy, bro. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you guys.
Later. You taking out, Tushy?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot off as well.
Right on, man. You have a good one.
I'll go be up at 6:10. The missus to work and all. Ugh.
Ugly said later, mate.
See you later, Crumpet.
See you later, Crumpet. Take it easy, man. Have a good one. Good night.
Yeah, see you later. Bye bye.
So what I'm using, Ugly, is Xbox. I beat you on that, dude. I'll beat you on that, Marion. I'm infamous for walking into the kitchen because somebody asked me to grab something or whatever, and then I'll stand in there and be like, "What the hell am I doing here? Why did I come in here? What am I supposed to get?" That is how short my memory is. I once, when I was around your age, I once walked into the kitchen for something, and for some reason, I was thinking about something else. For some reason, I reached under the kitchen sink, I grabbed a bag of dishwasher tabs, and I walked it back into our bedroom and handed it to my wife because I don't know, I was in another world or something. I have no clue what I was thinking. I was supposed to get like some food out of the pantry or something. Instead, I walk in there with dishwasher tabs. My mind does not operate well. If I stop playing a game for 2 weeks, I forget the controls completely. It's like I start over from scratch. Ooh, which headset? I like Astros, man. Personally, I think this is HyperX. These are pretty good. Yeah, so Fugly, I use so that's just Xbox Party Chat, and what I do is I have the audio go from Xbox Party Chat into the speakers and the mic, so my capture card is capturing the audio from the Xbox. Now, the other thing I can do is use Google Hangouts or something like that, and I can capture the audio from that and put it in my stream. The thing I won't get wireless for my PC is because when I record my podcast, I take the cord and I plug it into my mic so I can hear myself. And when I game, I have it here. And then when I want to listen back to what I recorded, I plug it into my speakers, right? So I keep changing what it's plugged into. I don't know. I personally, I don't understand Discord yet. I'm new to Discord, so it's it kind of overwhelming because I don't even understand exactly what it is. It's like this new thing. It's like you each have your server and it has groups and stuff. I get confused by it. So a lot of the guys are older, and that may be why, because I think Google Hangouts is just a little bit simpler. Possibly. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just easy. Google Hangouts is just really easy, I think. I've never done a live podcast though, so I was considering doing a live podcast. In fact, on my podcast I recorded, one of the questions I put in the comments is, should I do a live podcast? But it's different. Doing a live podcast is different than doing a recorded podcast. I have to restart my game. Because you have to coordinate. I would need to make sure, like, let's say Fugly, if you wanted to do it, we coordinated times and was a scheduled time that you are all available. Everybody has to be willing to do it, and everybody has to be understanding that nobody's going to make any money from it. So it's like, it's just a volunteer time, and you have to have like probably 2 other people on board that are going to make sure that they are available at those times. And also, hosting it is something that seems like it could be challenging for me. You think so, Unknown? Yeah, here's the thing with mine. I can screw up like several times getting it started, and then I can just like start over, right? Or I can like, for example, on this one that I was doing, because I'm trying to do stuff with video while I'm recording the podcast. This time I accidentally started playing the wrong video, so I had to switch it. Which, if you watch it back, it only takes like a second for me to fix that, but in reality it took me like 2 minutes to fix it, right? I like a lot of these podcasts. I do. Oh. It's well, how much does it cost is dependent on it, what you want to put into it, but it's free. Like, I can completely do that. It's just the equipment, depending on if you want to invest in equipment, and also if you need to hire somebody to do graphics for you and stuff like that, you may have to pay for that. Why is the game look like it's running at like 10 frames per second right now? Do y'all see this? That's weird. But luckily for me, my wife does graphics, so she did this for me. My overlay here, you can see that I'm using. No, you don't pay YouTube, man. So my wife did that. My wife did this overlay. You see this overlay here? This is for my podcast overlay. Yeah, Fugly, it's free to. You can make put whatever. It's just like a live video, you know. Yeah. So my wife made that for me. She made this for me for when I had playing that Worth. Making more stuff for me, so I don't know how she does that. You know, I can edit videos somewhat, but I don't know how to like go and do the graphics stuff that she does. Like, that's beyond me. See, now it's not running poorly. Yeah, she uses this other program. It's kind of like Adobe Photoshop, but it's like it's a subscription service that she pays for, and she uses that instead. Like, well, I was messing with my podcast and trying to figure out. So I got these different overlays, right? And I got these different things you can do. Oh, by the way, did y'all see this? Did y'all see the Falconeer statistics? No, she uses something called PicMonkey. So, oh yeah, people are crazy, man. But these statistics for Falconeer are crazy. You got native 4K 60. Performance mode isn't even 1440p. It's 1800p at 120 frames per second. And then what's even crazier is the Series S. The Series S is not just a 1440 machine. It's 1800p at 60 frames per second. That's insane. Not only that, if you do go to performance mode, it's 1080, 120 frames per second. So it is capable of 120 frames per second. It is going to have a game running at 120 frames per second at launch. That is bananas. For $299, you can get a machine that is going to be capable of running 1080p, 120 frames per second games. And that is not from people like me. That is from the developer of the freaking game saying that. So, yes, that is happening. And then I'm excited about this. Also, do you guys see this trailer? This is coming around the 6th. Yep. I'm excited about that. Let's see what else. I'm gonna turn the let me check something real quick. Yeah. Because you know what? This trailer is like what it was like. You know what I mean? And I made this video, but it's not. If y'all seen God's Geeks video of his Rebirth trailer, if y'all haven't seen that, I highly recommend checking it out. This was my poor attempt to do something like he did. I did this first, I will say that. But he was already working on his. He spent a week on his video. I spent about 6 hours on this one. Yeah, he did. That was his voice. His voice. Completely. I never made a YouTube video before 10 weeks ago. It was my first. I'd never made a video. So it's been fun to play around. God's Geek's been doing it, I guess he's been doing it roughly a little over a year now, year and a half, and he's getting a lot of views. I think he's a really good creator. The sound changes here in a second. I add some music. I didn't want to ruin this. Thanks, man.
Daddy's listening. Can you say hi?
Hi.
And how big are you?
The purpose of this, I was trying to take people on this like emotional roller coaster of all the different kinds of experiences that Xbox has.
Good singing.
Right? You got like the
I miss you.
And
I love you.
whimsical feeling stuff, then it goes into like hardcore, and then you got the emotional
Can you
storytelling,
say see you?
and then it goes more into just some other stuff. But I got lazy in the second half of the video, but I think it ruined it. Yeah. I had one that I did like that Fugly that was narrated, but not like God's Geeks. I've never done that. I agree, that's different. You know? The way he did his own voiceover and it actually was part of the story. You know, the trailer, that was really interesting.
This is UNS.
I like that. Yes. Yeah, it's on there.
Where are
It's
we?
Next Gen Feels or something like that. I talk about backwards compatibility mainly in that video. It has a little bit of it has some Doom footage in that one also.
Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's low at the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling. When my friends pulled
Can't remember exactly what it's called.
I started healing. Now I can feel out the galaxy and hear the flow of time. Been so tense, but now I sense a reason to this rhyme.
It was definitely a different one. I'm still so experimental on my videos. I haven't really found what my I want to Jack Black. I haven't found what my go-to style is yet. Oh, heck yeah, Unknown. Me too, man. Yeah, I'm still experimenting big time. Like, so we'll see. What I've been doing. Oh, did it? Which on switching into the different overlay? Oh, the Fable part? Did it just go really loud? Huh. I need to go back and look at that. It might. I'm still learning all that stuff. I'm about to go leave and pick up some dinner. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I mainly was interested in starting a podcast. Like I started, because I got the video software, I just started messing around with it. Yeah, it's late for you, bro. But the podcast is what I care about, right? And I have fun with the videos because I'll just like get inspired to do something every once in a while, right? But the podcast is what it's all about for me. But I discovered also that I enjoy streaming games. So I'm like almost streaming every day now. Just because I'm having fun with it. I'm actually enjoying the games more because I'm streaming. Yeah. Well, he's invited me on it. Probably will do that. Me and him did a reaction video on my channel before. I had him for the PlayStation, when the PlayStation show was gonna happen. Yeah, when the PlayStation price reveal that they had planned, me and him did a reaction on my channel. So you can actually go back and watch that. It's PlayStation live reaction, PlayStation show live reaction. Flamish is cool. We talk sometimes on Google Hangouts, whatever. He helps me with some technical stuff. Yeah, it's late there. I was on Retro Renegades the other night, or not the other night, but maybe like 2 weeks ago, Marion, with Flamish. That one was on his channel. You got a new ability on Terminator. What, is it gonna make it even more hard to beat? That one was crazy. There was like 10 people ended up being there. Yeah, we'll see if I do a live one. I don't know. If I do, it'll probably be with God's Geeks and maybe Fugly, if he would like to join. Putting it out there. Just more annoying? Yeah, Terminator is annoying to fight against. Yeah, that's awesome, Fugly. But dude, if you even Fugly, even if you don't have an Xbox, you know, you can still do a podcast because all you need is you got a badass PC, so you can use a headset with the microphone or get you like a mic like this, like a Blue Yeti, you know. This was like around $100. They are pricey, but they're not like they're not crazy expensive. Yeah, that should be fine. I mean, you got the PC for it, so you just use Google Hangouts. Yeah, Fugly's got good opinions. He was actually, you know, Fugly, you were on Green Pass Gaming with me, when we're gonna be. You're going on the Eve show, right? The next gen launch day, the day before, November 9th. We're both gonna be on that podcast. Yeah, so your voice sounded fine on it before when you were with me on that one. So just whatever setup you were using would work. I think I'm not very familiar with the Steel series, so I'd go with the Astros. Just if you're asking me personally. I'll say this though. My favorite wireless ones were was the RX 800s that I had used. I think it was like Plantronics or something. I don't even remember the brand. But they're just really comfortable. Yeah, it's a Rig 800. I really like that headset. It lasted me a long time. Yeah, it's wireless. It was extremely comfortable. It kind of looks funky though. Rig 800. Yeah, Rig 800 HD. I think it's which one it is. Or LX. Yeah, LX. So many cars. Specialty dealer, huh? Ooh, yes. Take it easy, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. For whenever you fall asleep, good night. Yeah, thanks for staying, man. I appreciate it. Not gonna sleep just yet. Ooh, I can't even afford that one. Yeah, cool, man. I appreciate it. And thanks for sharing it out. Have you seen the auction house on here before? Have you ever played this?
Place to see what
Fugly?
things the community is selling. You can get in on the action and bid for that special something that catches your eye.
Yeah, Negan would be awesome. He was in he was in Tekken, wasn't he? So the way this game works is like there's all these guys that make paint jobs, and you can take a car. Let's say I pick this pick a common car, Honda Civic Type R. You can't get much more common than that. Okay, well that's one I own. Okay, I need to go buy a car. Okay, we're gonna go to this car. Then it's gonna have the designs that are created from the community. So you got all these art designs that people made. And there's some really cool ones. Tom and Jerry, the Dalmatians. It looks like Sylvester the cat is up there. Deadpool. Some really talented creators in Forza. So these are just some of them, right? These are some of the more popular ones. If I can buy that car with that paint job, I can go make my own paint job or whatever, you know? She was trying to get my attention to make sure I was looking at my phone. Yeah, I was showing off your work, babe. Oh, she knows I'm helpless. She knows I'm absolutely helpless. She's trying to order us food right now, and I'm about to leave and go pick it up. I'm gonna stream later. Take it easy, man. Sister came with some ramen. Awesome. That sounds good. I'm gonna get some Texas Roadhouse. Later, man. Unknown. And whoever else may be watching, thank you for tuning in. I gotta go get our food. Take it easy, guys. Thanks.